Today katika Mfahamu Kiongozi, where we get to hear different stories from different leaders across the board, and today nitakuwa nikisikia story na historia yake Total Orphan, anafahamika kama Senator wa Siaya, Oburu Oginga. Asante sana kiongozi for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. How are you?
I'm fine.
I am very happy today to be here.
I'm also happy.
After many years.
Yes,
I'm glad
so
to be
happy.
here.
Yeah, and you're still looking young.
You're still looking so young as well. What is the secret?
I'm the youth leader.
Yes, you are.
You
are the youth leader. What is the secret of being young?
No, there is no secret of being young. I mean, really, you just have to work hard.
Yes.
You also have to work on your body. Never tell yourself that you have no time for your body.
Yeah.
If you don't have time for your body to exercise,
Yes.
the body will also tell you it has no time for you.
What time do you wake up and what time do you go to bed? Do you have time like for gym?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
And I have changed my times of waking up.
Yes.
When I was still much younger,
Yes.
I used to wake up very early at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I go for a walk and go for gym. But now later, as the years go by, I altered my times of waking up, because I also altered my times of going to bed.
Take us through your childhood memories, having been brought up in a family set up where politics, or rather a political family. How was it for you?
Well, as a young man, we started first, my mother gave birth to 3 boys.
Yes.
And that is myself being the first one. The second one was my brother Raila. And the third one was my brother Gola. And my mother was a very strict lady. She wanted us to grow up like everybody else, but particularly she wanted us to know everything that a woman can do. They wanted us also to do. So she was telling us that my children, you are my girls and you are also my boys. So we lived in the rural areas in Bondo, and our father was working in Kisumu.
Yes.
Though we were born in Maseno, but our father that time was doing business in Kisumu. So we used to go to fetch water like everybody else. We used to go and fetch firewood like everybody else. My mom taught us how to cook ugali, cook whatever, to fry food and boil food, whatever. But we used to go to a primary school.
Yes.
Called Maranda, which was about 4 kilometers away from home, 4 or 5 kilometers. And we just crossed through the footpath.
Yes.
And in the morning it is very cold. Even by the time you reach the school, your clothes are wet even when it has not rained. Yes, the dew is filling the grass, and we were still short. So by the time you reach school, you are wet from the shirt up to the shorts.
There were no shoes then.
Yes. Yeah, but there were no shoes. Yeah, so
what was your dream as a person while you were walking through the dew going to school?
Going to school, you know, we started saying when we were young, you know, my brother Raila liked listening to news.
Yes.
He would even leave school because my father had bought a radio.
Yes.
That he wants to come and listen to news at home.
Yes.
But we used to hear of people being doctors. We used to see them when you go to see doctors in Kisumu. And we used to admire even the sisters, the way the sisters walk in skeleton, tap, 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 tap. We used to enjoy that and think we should also, when we grow up,
this is what we want
we
to
should
be.
also be doctors. Yes, to treat people.
Yeah.
Me and Raila, we used to think that way.
Having grown up in an environment where politics were there, and also before liberation of this country, how was it? And we know Mzee Jaramogi Oginga, he took part in this. Being a young child, what are some of the gruesome memories you have?
Yes, I know. I remember when I was in school.
Yes.
First, he took me to school in South Nyanza.
Yes.
When I was still that young.
Yes.
After the Maranda, a short stint in Maranda,
yes,
he took me to South Nyanza, a school called Ogande. These days it is called Ogande Girls.
Yes.
So when I tell people I went to Ogande,
Ogande Girls,
they ask me, did you go to Ogande Girls? I tell them no. It was called Ogande Mixed Primary.
But today is a girls' school.
Yes, today is both the mixed primary is still there.
Yes.
But the girls' school is the famous one. That's the one which is known. Yes, and I remember my father came after I moved from Uganda after 1 year to a place called Pahil in Migori. He came and he had just become a member of parliament.
Yes.
The school was, everybody was going for him. Oginga has come to the school. And I was admiring that. I was seeing the way people loved him. People wanted to see him.
Yes.
And the people, you know, the way I was being made proud.
Yes.
That I'm the son of
this great man.
Oginga. Yeah, and he used to call me Woodpin, means the son of the world.
Woodpin.
He used to call Raila Woodluo. That means the son of the Luos. Yes, so he made us feel that the person who matters is that ordinary person you see. And he used to teach us. There's one thing he used to tell me, that there is a mzee in the game who told him, called Owito Owino. Owino told him that when if you want to know that a human being is important, and don't overlook any of them.
Yes.
Don't think that they are not important.
Everyone is important.
Is very important. Yeah. The reason why you see some of them look like they are mentally disarranged and so on.
Yes.
That is why you see the rest of you are okay.
Yes.
The rest of you are okay because those people are like that.
Yeah.
Yes. So you must respect them.
He made sure that you know the importance of each and every person.
Yes, yes.
How did you find yourself in politics? And is it something you admired from him, owing to the fact that there were tensions during Moi's regime, and the relationship was not as sweet as it ought to have been?
Yeah, I joined politics not during Moi regime.
I know.
I joined politics earlier than Moi regime. And I was with my father. When I came from Russia, there was a lot of rumors that I had gone to Russia to study military, that I was coming to overthrow the government of President Kenyatta. So the underground, the under movement here in the country gave me a lot of problems. They interviewed me, they interrogated me, they frustrated me. So when I came, I'm an economist by training. So when I tried to get a job in the Ministry of Planning, where I belonged, they said Oginga's son cannot go there in the province to work with PCs on important government programs. That I should go to work as a DO under Mayu, under strict supervision. In Eastern Province, in Embu. And I refused. I refused to go. So I came to Kisumu, and Kisumu municipality also had a council which was called Nyalhodia. Nyalhodia were people who went in and opposed because they said the KPU candidates of Jaramogi, Jaramogi's signature was wrong. That Jaramogi had signed wrong signature. So they were all disqualified. So these were KANU KANU stalwarts who came in without any election.
Yes.
They were called in Kijalunya Laodia. So they were the ones in office. But there was a town clerk who loved Jaramogi so much, called Ojuang Kombudo. So Ojuang Kombudo made sure I was employed in the municipality, even under that hostile environment. So I was employed, and that time my father Jaramogi was in detention by Kenyatta. So I got employment and worked for some times. When my father came out of detention, he asked me to resign so that I join him in business. So we were doing business, then elections of 1974 came. And I just decided that I should be a councillor. Because I had resigned from being a civil servant in the municipality. So I joined and I started campaigning for Kisumu Town East Ward, which is the stadium ward. And I campaigned very vigorously to become the councillor for the area. And I won by landslide.
You've spoken of detention when your father was detained. How was life like for you and for the family, and some of the challenges you remember during then?
You know, when my father was detained, I was still in Russia.
But still.
I was doing my PhD. And then I finished, after he had finished, after he had served for about 1 year. He served for 1 year, 6 months. So I was, the time I experienced his absence was the 6 months when I was here.
When you came back, but you could hear that.
Yes, of course, I found my mom in disarray. She was staying in Kisumu and Bondo, but there was very little income for them. But my mother was used to doing things in the rural
business. I know also during Moi's regime, it wasn't easy for your father as well as your family. What are some of the challenges and some of the memories you have during that regime?
Now, during that regime, me, I was already working now with the government. Kenyatta had died. And when Moi was coming to power in 1978, I was still a councillor. So we all joined in the chorus of Nyayo, Nyayo. So we supported Moi. You know, when people were talking of Moi being a passing cloud and so on. So, but for us, we said Moi should be given
time to work.
Time to just continue, because he had 90 days to organize the elections. So when the elections were coming, people were saying he should not be, particularly people from up, they were saying he should not be the one. But for us, we said, let Moi take it. But then, of course, when Moi took it, we started experiencing problems. So we started, I joined government. I joined the government in 1980, after I finished my term. I finished my term as a councillor and immediately joined the government to become now a planning officer, because those prejudices somehow were removed by the Kenyatta's passing on. So I was posted to Mombasa to work as a deputy provincial planning officer. And then my brother that time was working with the Kenya Bureau of Standards. He had been one of the founders of the Kenya Bureau of Standards, because Kenya Bureau of Standards was created out of the Weights and Measures Department of Government. So the person called Michael, who was the head at that time, was not an engineer. He was just a weights and measures man. So the first person to be employed now as deputy there was Raila. He is the first professional to be employed.
It was Raila.
Then there are others who now came later after him. And they were working at the National Housing Corporation building on the 7th floor. Until they occupied the whole of it, until Pole Pole they built the Kenya Bureau of Standards where it is now, on the Mombasa Road. You know where it is. He was working there, and then 1982 came. When this 82 came, I personally did not see how my brother could have been associated with it.
1992 coup. 1992 coup.
Yeah, 1992, 82.
82.
82. So he was then, I was in Mombasa. And then I heard that he was, because of the 82 coup.
Yes.
You remember there was a coup?
Yes.
A military coup of Wakinochoka.
Yes.
So when they were now looking for people, I am told you, your brother is one of the people
Who have been taken.
who have been arrested.
Yes.
To Binini, and he was working with the Kenya Bureau of Standards. I said, how could it be?
Yes.
But as it turned out, later the case was withdrawn and he was taken into detention. There are a lot of things which happened there. I can't narrate.
I know you cannot narrate
all of them.
But having been close to Raila Odinga, I know he's ever told you about how it was. Some of the memories, some of the things he's gone through, and his family as well.
Well, the family went through hell because Ida was a teacher, and she was transferred from the Kenya High School to the Ministry of Education, where they now thought that was now a way of keeping close surveillance to keep her on check. Yes, and she was supposed to report even when she's going to toilet. She's supposed to
say where she's
somebody
going.
that I'm here. Yes, and many very draconian things happened to her. Even one day I had gone to see her in the house, and I spent a night there. These people had placed, they brought a pail of Mavi to the door of the house, just to show contempt. Yes. So it was, there were so many bad things. I don't want to.
Having worked closely, and Raila being your brother, and I know you do a lot of consultations with him, matters politics. How do you describe your relationship?
Our relationship is, since birth.
Yes.
If you ask my sisters, they will tell you that between Raila and Oburu, they are the ones who shout at each other most, and they are the ones who also love each other most.
Why do you think he listens to you so much? Because he does.
I don't think so.
He does.
I don't know
that is the reality.
I don't know
he
that.
He tends to hear you
That
so
one
much.
I don't know.
You know, Mr. Oburu.
I don't. That one I must admit I don't know.
I know you do.
No, I don't.
I know you consult each other. Anyway,
Yes,
I know he's lost election not once, not twice. And it has been such a sad
He has been robbed twice,
Yes,
thrice. Yeah.
How has it been? And I know you've seen it for real.
Yeah. You know, the one thing our father taught us was not to take the moments where people feel that we are hit most. That is the time you stand in a good mood, as if nothing has happened. And sometimes people see him and sympathize with him, and even cry. But him, he's laughing. He's the one comforting them.
How do you feel about where we are today politically, now that we are in broad-based and we were in handshake?
How I feel now, you know, government is, you have that power. And when you have power, power can be misused. So power has to be kept on check. Power has to be kept on their toes, because they have also to deliver services to the people. So we came into this broad-based with a view to stabilizing, because you know this GNZ, I'm one of them.
Yes, you are a Gen Z.
They shook the foundation of the state by going to the very heart of power, which is parliament.
Yes.
And there was nothing preventing them from moving to State House. And we thought, because we have a new constitution, which gives people freedom to speak, we thought that this, by allowing chaos, because when you allow people who have no manifesto, people who have no leader, people who are saying they don't want politicians, because they are just young people, the hot blood. Ruto must go, Ruto must go. We also joined them. But then I said to myself, if Ruto goes unconstitutionally, because the constitution states clearly how Ruto should go, if he has to go, it is through election. 5 years, which is not a very long time in period of time. We shall have gotten our country into a Somali type of government and into those kind of military government like South Sudan and so on. So let's give this constitution time. Let us wait for election in 2027.
Don't you
Let us
think,
do election.
don't you think you robbed Gen Z of their hard-earned sweat when it comes to pushing towards liberation and where they wanted to be?
But there's nothing. There is enough space for them to form their political party. There's enough space for them to push for the ouster of the current government through the ballot. So we have given them opportunity.
2027, is President William Ruto and Raila Odinga likely to work together, or Raila Odinga is going to run?
Well, those ones are, you know, you don't cross the river before you...
Either way, you can tell
from...
from...
you cannot cross the bridge before you reach the bridge. But for now, what we have signed are the 10 points, and those are the ones we are going to stick to up to 2027. When we reach there, we are going to then start discussing as to who is presidential candidate, who is not a presidential candidate. Those ones are issues we are going to discuss very seriously when we are nearing that point. But as for now, I don't want to be a speculator. I don't want to speculate whether Raila will run or not.
But do you think he should give it another try?
No, I don't want to comment on that.
I know you have a family. Tell me how you met this wonderful, beautiful person who gave you this family you have.
Which one?
That is your wife.
My wife?
Yes.
No, my wife, I came home for holiday after I had been denied a passport when I was going out of the country. So when I came back home, I went to a friend of Jaramogi who used to represent him in London, who used to represent Kanu in London, called Samson Othigotien. So when I went to him, I met his brother. And that his brother was living with my beautiful wife. That time she was still a student at Alliance High School. She was in Form 4. She was finishing Form 4. And I just fell in love with her. So I started courting. And then I made arrangement for her to come and join me in Russia.
Yes.
So she came and joined the Faculty of Medicine, and she studied medicine, and later became a pediatrician. There we are.
Thank you so much for having me. The questions I'm going to ask, I need only one word answer. Which is your favorite day?
Day in a week.
Yes.
My favorite, I don't know.
Your favorite meal?
My favorite meal is ugali na samaki.
One thing you cannot miss to do in a day?
One thing I cannot miss to do in a day.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know what I can. Yeah.
What
Some little sport.
Some little sport in a day.
Yeah.
Your favorite car?
My favorite car. My favorite car is the one I bought in Tanzania.
Which one?
It is still having a TZ number. It's a Toyota.
Toyota.
Yeah.
A meal you can cook very fast?
A meal I can cook very fast is yai.
Yeah.
Because I like soft one. I just pop, and I put it on the nini, an egg.
If today you were to change from being a youth leader in this country, which other career would you go for?
I am a businessman apart from being a politician.
Yes.
So I will just continue doing the little businesses I do here and there, including farming.
Your nickname?
Yes. Huh?
Your nickname?
My nickname. There is Woody. That's the one I used to be called when I was young. My father also used to call me Woodpin.
Woodpin.
Yes, and the other one they used to call me was Woodkomolo.
Woodkomolo, Woodkomolo. Thank you so much, leader, for giving me an opportunity to hear your story. I know it's such a long story. I know you've given me some bits. I'll ever come back for the other bit, but I appreciate your time. I know you have a lot. Thank you so much.
Asante.
Thank you so much for watching TV 47. This being Mfahamu Kiongozi. That's just a bit of the story from one great leader, Dr. Oburu Oginga. Today, I end it at that. But remember, I'll be back again with the other bit. Bye-bye. I'm Liz Matuka.